Hey everyone, welcome back to the US Realtor Show, your trusted destination for the latest real estate insights, housing market updates, and expert tips to help you buy, sell, or invest like a pro. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and tap that notification bell so you never miss an update on what's happening in the real estate world across the USA. Now, let's start with a question that might just change how you look at the market today. Backhand index pointing right. What if I told you that the Orlando housing market, one of the fastest growing in the country, is shifting in a way that could completely change your next move? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. Let's unpack the truth about where Orlando's real estate market really stands right now in 2025. One market snapshot where we stand. So, what's the current pulse of the Orlando market? As of now, the median home price is hovering around $390,000, almost flat compared to last year. After years of red-hot growth, prices have finally started to stabilize. Inventory, or the number of homes available for sale, has climbed sharply, roughly 40% higher than last year. That's giving buyers more choices than they've had in a long time. Homes are also sitting on the market longer. The average time to sell a home has stretched to about 2 months, compared to barely a few weeks during the pandemic boom. So what we're seeing is a market that's cooling from a frenzy, but not falling apart. It's shifting from seller-dominated to something much more balanced. 2, what's causing this shift? Let's break down why this is happening. First, supply is rising. There are simply more homes hitting the market. Some sellers who held off during high interest rates are finally listing their properties, hoping to catch lingering buyer demand before rates change again. Second, prices have hit a ceiling. After 2 or 3 years of double-digit growth, price momentum has slowed. Buyers have reached their affordability limits, and the market is responding. Third, mortgage rates are holding firm. Interest rates have hovered around the mid-6% range for a 30-year mortgage. That's better than last year's peaks, but still high enough to make buyers think twice. For many, it's the difference between jumping in or sitting out. And finally, migration is still strong. Orlando continues to attract new residents from across the country. Families, remote workers, and retirees are all drawn by Florida's lifestyle, job growth, and no state income tax advantage. So even though the pace has cooled, demand isn't disappearing. It's just becoming more cautious. 3, questions smart buyers, sellers, and investors should ask. Now, let's dig into some real questions you should be asking in today's market. If you're a buyer, how long do you plan to stay in your home? If it's 5 years or more, slight short-term price fluctuations shouldn't scare you. Are you comparing new builds versus resale homes? Builders are offering more incentives right now, things like closing cost credits or rate buydowns. Are you pre-approved and ready to negotiate? With more homes on the market, buyers finally have room to ask for inspections, repairs, and concessions again. If you're a seller, is your home priced competitively? The days of listing high and waiting for multiple offers are mostly over. Have you updated or staged your home? In a market with more supply, presentation truly matters. Do you understand your neighborhood's trend? Some parts of Orlando, like Winter Garden or Lake Nona, are holding value better than others. If you're an investor, are you thinking long-term? The easy flipping days are gone. The smart money is shifting to rental properties and long-term holds. What's your cash flow looking like? With rent growth slowing slightly and property insurance rising in Florida, it's important to run your numbers carefully. Are you considering short-term rentals? Orlando's tourism economy is strong, but local rules and competition can impact profits. 4, the Orlando submarkets to watch. Let's talk about where in Orlando things are really moving. Winter Garden and Horizon West continue to attract families with strong schools, new developments, and community amenities. Downtown Orlando is seeing revitalization, especially for young professionals and investors looking for rental income. Lake Nona remains a premium market driven by tech jobs, medical facilities, and lifestyle appeal. Suburbs like Kissimmee and St. Cloud offer more affordable options, but some are seeing slower appreciation as inventory builds up. Luxury and waterfront homes are still performing well, but buyers are more selective and expect homes to be move-in ready. 5. What's next for Orlando real estate? Now, for the big question, where is this market heading next? Experts expect prices to stay mostly stable for the next 6 to 12 months, maybe small gains in some areas and slight dips in others. If mortgage rates drop even a little, expect a quick surge in buyer activity. But if rates stay high, the market will keep its slow and steady pace. Inventory will likely continue to rise, which could mean more balanced negotiations and even some price flexibility by mid-2026. The key trend to watch? Affordability. Even though prices have flattened, higher insurance premiums and property taxes are making total ownership costs heavier, something both buyers and sellers need to factor in. 6. How to move smart in this market. Here's what I'd suggest depending on your role. For buyers, use this cooling phase to your advantage. Don't rush, but don't sit out forever either, especially if you find a home that truly fits your needs. For sellers, be realistic. Price your property based on today's data, not last year's hype. Homes that are move-in ready and well-presented are still selling fast. For investors, focus on long-term value. Orlando remains one of the strongest rental and appreciation markets in the Southeast, but only for those who buy smart. Above all, remember, real estate is local. What's true for one neighborhood may not hold for another. That's why working with an experienced local realtor can make or break your success. 7. Final thoughts. So, is Orlando still a great place to buy or invest? Yes, but this is no longer the wild roller coaster it was a couple years ago. It's a thinking person's market now. Smart, informed decisions will outperform quick, emotional ones. If you're planning to make a move in Orlando, keep watching the data, work with professionals, and stay flexible with your timing and expectations. That wraps up today's Orlando real estate market update. If you found this breakdown helpful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who's thinking about buying or selling in Florida, and of course, subscribe to the US Realtor Show for more expert updates every single week. Until next time, stay informed, stay confident, and remember, your next real estate move could be your best one yet.